Hello there everybody and welcome back to the channel, and hello there if you are new. I am Galladate74, and last week I brought you guys two draft analysis videos for two different leagues. Starting today and tomorrow I am bringing you week 1 battles. For this one is UPA Season 2 week 1. Very exciting stuff. We get to see the team finally in action, and for this week we are taking on someone that I am personally new to. It is Shmon, coach of the Belgian Red Dragapults. Now, I 100% believe I am butchering this name, so I am so sorry to my opponent if you see this. I know I'm going to say it more throughout the battle, so apologizing in advance. And I do want to say two things before I get into the team builder. I did watch my opponent's draft analysis, and he has very awesome dialect, so please go check out his side and his draft analysis for this season. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. B, for these team builders for these two leagues, I'm going to say it in today's video and tomorrow's, and then I'm not going to mention it again. Audio-wise, it's going to be about the same as my old team builders, but I'm not going to put as much effort into the graphics. Reason being is that 9 out of 10 of you will not even hear me talking about this because you're going to skip to the battle probably, which, you know, is fair. I do the same thing. So I thought maybe I can put a little bit more effort into the battle portion as opposed to just the team builder if not many people are going to see it. Now granted, after post editing, I know the battle portion isn't too flashy either, but I think it looks a little bit better than trying to force a layout onto it. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. I might tweak it throughout the season a little bit, but that's generally how the battle's going to look when you see it. Otherwise, that's all I got for introductions here. I do want to still have a team builder anyway for those who are interested, and I can quickly list off the matchup. You guys on screen can see the matchup, but I'm going to quickly list off my opponent's Pokemon. It is Kyurem, Azumarill, Galarian Zapdos, Moltres, Slowking, Bisharp, Golurk or Beetle, Steelix, Diancie, Electivire, and Tangela. Now this is the round 1 Bisharp team, pretty funny, but in all seriousness, I want to note that Bisharp is a threat. I look at this team and I was prepping, and the top 2 biggest threats to this team were Kyurem and Bisharp. Bisharp is extremely dangerous if it is boosted, and my whole build this week is to make sure it does not have a safe time getting boosted. That and Kyurem is a threat because with this particular build, I did not bring a switch in, so I do have to play the prediction game with it, and if you guys know me, I'm not a big fan of that. Other threats on this team, Azumarill with the belly drum claims one, though it can never really clean my team unless I play really poorly, so that's like a good and bad thing. Banded Zapdos, I don't have a switch in for, however, if it's banded, I do have ways to revenge it. One thing I noticed with this team is that Moltres is the only defogger, so I do want to prioritize hazards a little bit. I will spoil for you guys, I'm not hazard stacking, just because if they hazard stack and I want to get rid of it, they have a Defiant Bisharp over there. I ain't bringing defog this week, spoilers, so I just gonna have to deal with it. I do have rocks on this team though. But again, I want to reiterate, Bisharp setting up is a really big threat to my team, and Kyurem switching in. Otherwise, nothing is incredibly scary besides the things I've mentioned. And that's all I really have to talk about in terms of running down my opponent's team. Nothing really crazy or flashy I really have to talk about here. Looking at my team this week, I am bringing Rotom-Mow, Hippowdon, Noivern, Scolipede, Jirachi, and Primarina. So yes, at this point, instead of putting some kind of effort into my graphics, I'm probably just going to throw a Pokepaste on screen so you guys know the sets and know what's going on. I'll still explain it a little bit. Funny enough for this team, my first thought was, wow, Chandelure looks really good. There's no Chandelure on this team. I decided against it, but I can talk about what I do have. Rotom-Mow is the first Pokemon. It is Choice Scarf, enough speed for a max speed Zapdos, right? Their team's really not that fast, so I was able to go modest. I like this because their 2 ground types, Steelix and Golurk, are not that scary, and even then, Rotom-Mow can beat them if I click Leaf Storm, especially Golurk. Otherwise, Volt Switch is extremely free against my opponent, and if I can maintain momentum against this team, at least offensively, it's going to be a pretty easy win, just because my offense is really good against them. The thing I'm scared of is having to play defensive. If I have to play defensive against this team, it gets pretty dicey really quick. So hopefully I can maintain momentum through this Rotom-Mow, and it will be a good old dandy time. So I'll be clicking Volt Switch most of the time. Hippowdon is the second mon. This is max HP, almost max defense. I have a little bit of Spit F. Rocky Helmet I decided mainly for the Zapdos in the end, And I also have Whirlwind for the Zapdos, just in case it was like a bulk up subset. I wasn't trying to lose to that on the spot, so Whirlwind does beat that out at least. And everything else is pretty standard. I am going to prioritize Rocks in this game. The thing with offensive momentum is that most of my team is able to hold on to it. However, this is the one Mon that I do kind of give up momentum for. It's not that bad though, because it does beat the Bisharp and it does beat quite a few Mons on my opponent's team. So it's not the end of the world. So I thought it was, it was quite fine to throw it on the team in the end here, because it serves a good role. Noivern is going to be my defensive pivot. I have Hurricane, U-Turn, Toxic, Roost with the boots, and I have a bunch of EVs everywhere there. Hurricane was the best spammable move. It was enabled to play offensive against something like Zapdos, against, who else is weak to flying on this team? Tangela, though I don't expect that to come, and or Beetle, which that could come. Toxic is for the Slowking. It was either that or Defog. I didn't want to have Defog on a set against a Bisharp if I didn't have Flamethrower, right? I didn't want to give it a +2 boost and just be able to do nothing to it. So I decided against that in the end. U-Turn was way too important to get rid of, and Roost was just to kind of stay healthy throughout the battle so I can pivot more around stuff like, Slowking, Moltres throughout the battle. That's why I went like more of the pivoty route. Dragon Flying wasn't great in this game. That's why I decided not to go like a more offensive route with this Mon. Speaking of which, offensive Mons, Scolipede is next, and this has a lot better of an offensive matchup. Max speed, this outspeeds a Kyurem, max speed Kyurem without being boosted, which is nice. I decided the Expert Belt in the end because my opponent's Rockers, while they do have a few of them, I'm not scared of them, or I don't expect them to come. Bisharp is not going to be running Rocks. Golurk I don't think is coming. Orbeetle has Webs. And Steelix and Diancie, I don't think both come. Maybe one of them come. And if they do, I might just have to deal with Scolipede having to take 25 endgame. But it's not a big deal. The coverage is insane. Scolipede beats like 80-90% of the Pokemon on this team with a little bit of chip. So I'm not crazy worried about having to switch in and out. And all I need is one speed boost to outspeed every single thing on this team, even including Scarfers. So speed control is really good. Coverage is amazing. Rocks are a little bit annoying, but Bisharp Sucker Punch that's not boosted does not knock me out even after Rocks. So unless it's like banded, but I don't think it'll be banded. So that's Scolipede, very important in this game. Another important piece is this Jirachi. This is absolute max speed with Cobra Berry. This is a bait Bisharp set. I've been telling you guys I am terrified of that thing, and I have Drain Punch a Cobra for that reason. This also beats Kyurem offensively, one of the few Mons I have on this team that can deal with it. Thunder Punch and U-Turn for momentum. I've been screaming, and Thunder Punch is decent coverage against my opponent's team, so I thought that would be a good fourth move to have on this set. This and Scolipede are meant to kind of clean up late game, while the other 4 Pokemon are going to be used throughout the game. So I don't expect to be using these two too often until the end. Finally, we have my breaker, Primarina. It's actually max HP with a little bit of speed attack, but the choice specs kind of boost that up quite a bit. I've Scald, Moonblast, Energy Ball, Flip Turn. Flip Turn was to just kind of keep up momentum. Moonblast is super free against my opponent. No way they're going to be switching in a Steelix into Primarina. And I don't see a single Moonblast. Oh, Moltres too, but same deal, right? I don't see a world where Moltres or Steelix is the initial switch in. So Moonblast is very free. Energy Ball is for a boosted Azumarill for the off chance I am faster, which I should be. And, Scald just for water spam, right? This is another Mon that can potentially deal with the Kyurem. Jirachi is a little bit better because Kyurem gets Freeze Dry, and a boosted Freeze Dry, even a non-boosted Freeze Dry, does two-shot this thing. So I don't want to be willy-nilly switching into Primarina on Kyurem, though, as I've been mentioning, this whole team is weak to it, so I have to be really careful in deciding when is the right time to switch into that Mon. But if I can't get Primarina in for free, then it just kind of breaks my opponent's team, which is really nice. That's going to wrap it up for the team builder. I talk fast, you guys know by now, so I probably sped through that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that, I guess. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy the battle. It is a pretty good battle, and we can go ahead and go into it. Alright, here we are. Here's the correct team. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. He actually brought the wrong team the first time, so now we got the right one. Tangela and Electivire came, not what I was expecting. No Diancie, no Steelix, no Orbeetle, no Golurk, no Moltres, and no Azumarill, I think. Alright, so not terrible. I will say I wasn't nervous at first when I first skimmed the team, but the more and more I look at my opponent's team, the more and more scared I get. So this was not really what I was expecting. Kyurem is a threat. And it is cold in my room, so I might be shaking a little bit. I still think I'm going to leave with Primarina. It's a really good breaker. If they don't leave with Electivire, it's really nice. Rotom also isn't terrible, since there's no ground type. But if they lead Kyurem, then it's a little bit of an issue. So I'll take the rest of this time to kind of cross out the notes that I am, I have on my thing. Bisharp is very scary, I will not lie. That is a very scary Pokemon. But I think we can manage. And no Diancie, right? Yeah. Alright, I think that's enough. We can lock in. Again, once again, good luck, have fun to my opponent, and hopefully this is a good battle. No Moltres is nice, so once rocks go up, they're there to stay. I probably could have ran Draining Kiss on the Primarina if I knew Azumarill wasn't coming. But we'll see what my opponent wants to lead off with in this game. Electivire. Okay, so that's the worst lead I could have asked for. Damn, that sucks. Not a big deal. I have a good switch in Hippo, but still not the greatest lead for me. I'm going to go hard into Hippo. Only like a Bandit Ice Punch does a lot to me. So, yeah. It's a safe play early. I'm pretty defensive. Unless they're Banded, again, it's not going to do a crazy ton. Damn. I just remember Electivire is actually immune to Electric. Completely forgot. So Volt Switch is going to be a little bit hard to play around. Because I want to be clicking Volt Switch and not Leaf Storm with my, whatever it's called. They Ice Punch, so they make that prediction early. Good play. Doesn't do a crazy ton. I do get my Rocky Helmet chip off, and they're going to take some chip from Sandstorm, which is nice. I could just spend this time to slack off. I kind of also, let me slack off once and see what they want to do. If Kyurem comes in, I would like to get Rocks up, but if they just click Ice Punch again, which they don't, I would be in trouble. So yeah, this thing is a huge threat to my team, and this is not the position I wanted to be in early. But it looks like it is going to be the position I'm going to be in early. One good thing, though, is I'm going to keep my Hippo at full. This thing's going to take a chip. Now, the issue with this is that I don't have a switch in. A reliable one, at least. Primarina is my best. If they click Freeze Dry, though, it's pretty bad. If they click Earth Power on my Jirachi, it is really, really bad. So I have to make a decision here. I really want Primarina to be breaking. Freeze Dry is just so free. But if they click Earth Power, It's Primarina or Jirachi, right? I feel like Primarina is a little bit safer. If they go for Freeze Dry, then a really good play on their part. And I feel like they're going to click it too. And I'm going to lose my Primarina. I don't get one shot. I get two shot though. Maybe I can calc damage. As a free man, I'm getting these plays wrong early, which is not fun. Let me see if that's Specs. That is Specs. Okay. At least I know now that they're Specs. I'm going to lose my Primarina in one hit, which kind of sucks. But again, I know that that is 100% Specs. Not even not a doubt in my mind. So yeah, that thing's a threat. I go out into Jirachi here. And what button I click, it depends. Man, losing that sucks. I might just Drain Punch. I think I might Thunder Punch predicting... I think Iron Head's better. I think Iron Head's fine looking at their team. Yeah. I really need to get Rocks up. That's what that's telling me. I need to get Rocks up ASAP, making this thing not a big threat. Is this Slow King? Okay, yeah, Slow King. I could have U-turned, but if they stayed in, then I would have lost them on. And that does a chunk. And what I can do here is just simply U-turn. And go out into something like Noivern, which is what I think I'm going to end up doing. And I get a lot of chip on this, which is really nice. This thing is actually kind of hard for me to break, so I'm cool with this scenario. And I go out into the Noivern here. I could go on the Rotom too, but if they teleport, I'd rather have Noivern in than the Rotom Mo. Because I don't think they're... Yeah, they teleport. So I didn't think they would want to go into something like the Kyurem on this, as opposed to the Rotom Mo. It gives them that for free. Now, granted, they're probably going to get the Bisharp here, and Bisharp's really good against my team. So that is something I'm a little scared of. But I do still have my full health Hippo in the back. That is going to be the Bisharp. I'm going to U-turn on this and go out into the Hippo. Yeah, we'll do that. If they sucker, it's going to do a lot, but at least I get it in for free, as they're probably going to Swords Dance or Knock here. So yeah, Hippo is definitely the play. I keep saying it, but that's what's going to be happening. And then I'm going to go for Rocks, depending if this does like banded damage. I don't think this would be banded against my team, but we'll see. They're knockoff. Okay, so this knocks me down to one. I don't think that's banded. So I'm going to now set up Rocks, because once they're up, they're here to stay. If they Swords Dance, that's a ballsy play, but it will work. But again, if once our Rocks are up, Kyurem is a lot less threatening to my team. And if Kyurem comes in now, I'm probably going to lose him on, which does not come in. They go into the Tangela. Okay, that's fine. So we actually do make the correct play there. And I can switch out and go into Noivern on this thing. So that's what I'll do. They knock off my boots. It could be annoying, but do they even have Rocks? Bisharp, but Bisharp's not going to run Rocks, I don't think. So they actually don't have Rocks. Losing my boots is not a big deal. They could Leech Seed too. They knock off. Alright, I'm cool with this. Doesn't do too much. And I think I just throw off a Toxic. Or I could U-turn. Or Hurricane. Hurricane's not even a bad play either. Hurricane really isn't that bad. It's not a bad play at all. Let me actually Hurricane. They switch. They go out into Bisharp, yeah, so that was the correct play, or at least over Toxic. U-turn would have been the best play there, but this is still fine. Hitting would be nice here. We are going to hit. This will do a solid chunk. And honestly, another Hurricane might knock this out. But I think I might want to U-turn. Yeah, I think I just U-turn on this. If they go for Sucker Punch, it'll do a lot, but it should not knock me out. I feel like they're just going to Swords Dance here. That's what makes me think Hurricane would. They go for Sucker. I should live this. Oh, barely. Jeez. Okay, they got a crit. That's why. That sucks, but because I U-turned, at least I will survive another day. And I can actually make more of an offensive play here. And I kind of like Hippo still, to be honest. Since I don't need Rotom's health as much now. Actually, I still like it, so I'm actually gonna go on the Hippo and do that play instead. I don't want Scalpy taking a Sucker Punch. Sandstorm goes away, that's whatever. I kind of want to slack off, but if they Swords Dance, it's still not the biggest deal, but I want this thing gone. Let me slack off once, and then I'll Earthquake. They Toxic, that's fine. Annoying, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. And now I 100% Earthquake here. And just knock this thing out. If they go on the Tangela now, annoying, but again, not really an issue. I Earthquake, yep. They're going to sack this to me. Iron Head, shouldn't do too much, not much. I Earthquake, and this will die. Okay, so that's a big threat gone. I'm still feeling pretty good about this game because I have my core pieces. That Kyurem is going to be a threat still. Bisharp's gone. I think Slowking's kind of annoying for my team too. But that being gone is nice. Zapdos could be a really big issue as well. As Kyurem comes out, they're going to take rocks. Yeah. issue here is that they probably get a kill. I do not want to hard switch in Jirachi. That's my only ice resist too, so something's got to die. The issue is I still really like Noivern in this game as a pivot, if I can get it in. Because I don't want Rotom getting knocked off. How good is Hip? It's Hippo or Noivern? Hippo's decent-ish. I actually think Noivern's a little bit better because offensively it still beats a lot too. The only thing that sucks is Zapdos becomes an issue. I gotta keep Jirachi. Scoliped's still like, amazing, and Rotom's still good. So, I think this is my least useful member. I will Earthquake here, just get some damage. I think they're just gonna knock me out. Hopefully they go for Earth Power. They do. I might live this. I have a little bit of Spit F, as I do. That is amazing. I'm gonna lose my Hippo, but I get some really crucial damage here. Huge, huge. And in fact, if I live, I don't. Okay, I was gonna say I could go on the Rotom and save me a Mon. So Hippo dies. And now I can go out into Noivern or Rotom. The problem is that Electivire exists. Let me go out into Rotom, and then maybe I'm going to pull a double into Noivern. I could just Leaf Storm too, but doubling into Noivern might let it me see what their like plans are. And if Electivire comes in, it only kills me if it's Scarf. So let me actually make that play. I know they're choice specs, like I know they are, so Leaf Storm isn't bad here either, but if I Leaf Storm and I sack the what's it called? They sack Electivire, Kyurem comes back in. So they do withdraw. I think Electivire's coming out here. It is. If this is Scarf though, that's kind of telling me Zapdos isn't. Let me see if Noivern could live an Ice Punch after a Roost. I feel like it won't be able to, but we can calc that. Oh, it won't. Jirachi's health isn't as important now, knowing that it's still kind of important. I think I just This is tough. I put myself in a bad position, I think. Let me just go for Hurricane. I want to see if they're choiced. As I'm going to miss my Hurricane, but that does tell me they're not Scarf. So I lose Noivern. I would have loved not to lose that. The good thing is here, Scalipede's very free at this point. And so I'll go on the Scolipede. And I can just go for Mega Horn or Poison Jab. I don't think Poison Jab kills from this range, though. I think Earthquake's fine. If they go into Zapdos, that'd be a nutty play, though, I will say. I'm going to Mega Horn just... no, because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to Earthquake. Yeah. Because Mega Horn doesn't do anything to Zapdos anyway. As they're just going to give me this. Okay. That's good, because that lets Rotom have a lot of free reign late game. That is really nice. Tangle is still an issue. But, we'll see what happens. I got a speed boost there, I believe. So, is that those Scarf will not outspeed me? Though, I do not knock it out on one hit. I don't think I need Jirachi because Scolipede beats everything except for this. I think I can go out into Jirachi. Yeah, I think that's always the play. Yeah. I just need chip on this. And as long as I keep Scolipede alive, I think I can win the game. I just need to keep Scolipede alive. That's all I need to do. They go for Brave Bird, so I'm glad I switched. That's Banded. Okay, at least I know. Oh no, that's a crit. Okay, so it might be Scarf. That's annoying that they got that. I think Iron Head is just the overall good play here. I think Thunder... Actually, no, Thunder Punch is fine too. If I get damage on this, I think I can just win the game. As they're not going to give me it, so smart. They go into Spaghetti. That's the Tangela. This is not going to do anything. Wow, that did legit 0. I don't think I need my Expert Belt. What Pokemon do I have in the back? I do need my Scarf. I think I U-turn into Scolipede. I think that's always the play. I hope that crit's not going to end up mattering. I feel like it won't, but, you know, we'll see. And I don't believe I need my Expert Belt. So we'll do this play. And I just go for Poison Jab. The knockoff, yeah. Doesn't do a crazy ton. I go for a Poison Jab. And, right, does it kill this? I hope it does. Tangela's fat. Tangela is a fat mon. It actually doesn't. Wow, this thing is fat. I'm still going to click it. They stay in, so they're going to live this. It's going to do a chunk. Yeah. They power swap. Wow, what does that do? I don't know what that does. I don't think that matters. I still think I have Poison Jab. It should knock this out. That's only stat changes, right? Not like how the stat works, because Tangela's got no attack. But if it's for changes, it doesn't matter. If it's for like boost and stuff, it might. Got Pants. What's this? Oh, Soaking. Okay, that's fine. They're gonna take rocks, not rocks, because they're boots. Yeah, so that's not how it works. I get the poison too, so I can just click the move again, which is really nice. This thing is definitely looking like a big threat late game to my opponent. I Poison Jab again. And this will die. So Soaking dies here. The issue is the Scarf Zapdos in the back. But I am faster than it. I don't think I knock it out still from this range. Let me see where I need to be. I need to be under half. Like, cleanly under half. That is definitely not under half. So, I'm going to switch. I think, right? Do I still need to prioritize this? Yes, I do need this. Without this, I lose the Tangela. I go out to Jirachi still. Because if they CC, it's not a big deal. And if Brave Bird Recoil could put them in range of a Poison Jab. That's what this comes down to. So they Brave Bird again, that's cool. And I think because of that crit, I might die to a second one. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but I think U-turn is still the play. Yeah, U-turn is still the play here. Because if I'm faster, I just go Rotom, which I don't think I will be. They actually switch, so I do make the correct play there. They go out into Spaghetti. That is huge. Because I get this nice damage off, and I can go out in the Scolipede and get more damage. This is a close game, but I think we're going to end up pulling through here. As I just go back out into this. I want to make sure Rotom Mode lives a Scarf hit from Zapdos. It does from full. I click Poison Jab. And I claim a kill here. They're going to give me Kyurem, I think. Yeah, so they give me Kyurem. So that's dead. This game was definitely coming down to what sacks were there. And I think I played this right. Obviously, it's not over yet, but I'm feeling pretty good about this now. I get a speed boost. I still think I do switch on the Zapdos because it's a roll now and not a guaranteed kill. So, yeah. Oh, they go on to this. How much does Mega Horn do? Not an expert belt. 2 Tangela. It might kill. I want to go for it. I feel like if I can avoid a Leech Seed where I can, it'd be nice. I do hit. This has a good chance of the kill. It does. That is awesome. And if they're choice to Zapdos, I believe we just win the game. Let me think here. Let me make sure I don't mess this up, right? I could just go for damage and then go for the Rotom lives a hit play. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go for Poison Jab here. Because they need to click Brave Bird here. Yeah, this is always the play. Because, again, it has a chance of the kill anyway. And if it doesn't kill, they can't lock in a Brave Bird or Recoil will do it, as I just get a knockout there. So that's going to wrap it up for this game. Very good game to my opponent, Shmon, do you say it? If I butcher that, I am so sorry. But we are going to pick up a 3-0 win. Very rough start to that game, but I think we really picked it up with the hazards. I think Rocks really pressured that Zapdos and Kyurem throughout the end game there. And as long as I played my switches correctly, which I did, we were able to pull through there. If they had Rocks, it would have been a completely different story because I did not have Boots on my Scolipede. But we are going to move up to 1-0 plus 3. My opponent's link will be in the description below, so go check out his content. And yeah, good start to the season. I'm not sure who we face next week. You'll see that in next week's battle. But besides that, again, GG, and I will see you next Sunday for week 2.